Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. Paul here at Art Fancy Imaging. I just wanted to introduce you to a build I'm going to be doing today. It's a Thermaltake View 51 TG ARGB case. It's one of these cube cases they call it, I think. It's pretty wide. I had to build a custom shelf for it. But it's got two huge fans on it, all ARGB. And it works with AuraSync, which is what I'm using on my board. I'll show you the board in a minute. I had too much stuff to load on the table, but I'll go through the components. So this is the case that I'll be using, and we'll start going through the components. So I didn't have room on the table to put all of these components. So I'm building this computer for a reason. I'm working with Blackmagic Design Studio, Resolve Studio 18.6. Great program. If you want to get into video editing, get Blackmagic Design Resolve. It is an absolute monster program. Hollywood uses it to make some of these major motion pictures that you see. It has several different sections that are like a program of all of their own, an editing program, color program. There's a audio section. A wonderful program. You can download it for free. That is a great program, the free one. I do recommend, if you want to get serious about video editing, get the paid version. Last I knew, it was $300. If you can find the deal, try to get it where you buy the program with the speed editing keyboard. It's a mini speed editing board for you. They throw that in free. That's a $300 value all itself. Now this program is a one-time payment. It's not one of these programs that milk you every month forever. Blackmagic Design charges you one fee, $300. You can use it on multiple devices. They will give you a key code. Do not lose that, and you will get free updates for life. And this is an established company. They make a lot of film, video equipment and stuff. Amazing. Go on their site, check it out. It's Blackmagic Design. All right. So I wanted to tell you a little story that happened. I ordered my CPU on Amazon, and I was just getting these boxes and piling them away as I ordered stuff, waiting to do the builds. The day I got the CPU, I put the box on the pile, and some gut feeling told me to open that box, and I opened it, and instead of the CPU being in there, there was an ankle brace that was like a $15 or $20 item. So somebody at the warehouse, let's try to say humanity's not that bad and somebody just made a mistake. But what I think happened is somebody saw a $500 CPU processor and it's a small item, and they decided that they were going to take that home. So inspect your packages right when you get them if you're ordering anything valuable. I'm not knocking Amazon. I use them. I love their return policy and everything. I do a lot of purchasing still with them, but I did have this one situation, and this could happen with any company. So what I'm putting in this build is the Intel Core i9. I believe it's the 13th gen. Is it K13900? Yes, K13900. No, it's i9-13900K. This is like one of the best CPUs you're going to get now, unless you're going up to workstations, which you're entering a whole different world of computers. This is like top notch for a PC guy. So it's the Intel i9 13900K. You want to, it's a LGA 1700 socket. When you're going to be mounting this, to your motherboard, I highly recommend that you get this item. This is from Thermal Grizzly. There are cheaper Chinese versions that are out there for like $10 to $15. This one was, I think, around a $30 range. I'll put the link for it in the video description. Oh, and anything you buy, I'm an Amazon affiliate. If you do buy from the links, it's at no added cost to you, but a small percentage will be bounced back to the channel to help pay for video equipment and everything. It's expensive to run a YouTube channel, at least the way I'm doing it anyway. So buy the Thermal Grizzly one. They've tested these with micrometers to check the tolerances, and the cheap Chinesium ones were way off. And these are made in-house, I believe in Germany, and they are very precise. So this is something, the major component of your computer, so I don't think you would want to skimp on that. I just wanted to mention what I'm filming on because Art Fancy Imaging is going to get into audio and video equipment and whatnot. I'm filming right now on the Lumix S5IIX. So it's written as S5M2X. If you look it up on the Panasonic sites, it has a lot more codecs. Like I'm recording right now in Blackmagic RAW with a Blackmagic Design Video Assist 7-inch 12G monitor, beautiful monitor. And I got a Nitsi sunshade on there. I was going to go with the small rig, but I decided to go with the Nitsi. Nitsi stuff is a little cheaper than small rig with some items, but I found their quality is good. So I'll give you a rundown. That'll be a whole different video when I get into the camera and the equipment that I use. It's a big rig that I've got set up. It's a pretty much a monstrosity, Wendy calls it. So what I'm going to be doing, that's going to be my CPU. The motherboard I've chosen to go with is the ROG Strix Z790A gaming Wi-Fi board from Asus. So it has, it can take 4 M.2 SSD drives. So they have these cooling blocks that are built on a motherboard, but I think I'm going to not go with these, and I'm going to use the cooling blocks that come with the M.2 drives that I bought, and I'll show you that brand when we get to that. That case that I showed you in the back, it has easy access. Just slide in and out some disk drive, hard drives. So I've gone with Toshiba professional desktop PC drives. I did a lot of research on drives, and these were like way up there as far as being able to take shock and use and rewrites, and they are a solid drive. Some people complain they are noisy. They're noisy because they're heavy duty. I would rather have a drive that clicks and buzzes a little bit, that's going to keep working for years, instead of something that runs quietly for 6 months to a year and then dies on me and I lose all my data. So I'm going to be putting 2 of these 8 terabyte drives in the back. I have an 18 terabyte external drive that I use, and a bunch of other 5 terabyte drives. It's a ridiculous amount of drives I have. Video takes up a lot of data, so I don't want to go with the cloud storage. I don't like the idea of paying somebody to have all of my material on their servers and pay a monthly fee for it. I would rather invest in the storage devices myself, and I'll build my own video catalog. All right. I wish I could have afforded to do it, but I couldn't. I would have liked to have gone with a 4070, a 4090 GPU graphics card, but I couldn't afford that. I wanted to go with a 4090 24 gigabyte, but I went with this one. I went with the MSI 4070 GeForce RTX 4070 12 gig. It seems like a good drive. What I would like to do, if I can, and I believe I can, down the road, is I will add another one of these drives to that motherboard and run two 12 gig drives on there, and I think I will have a lot of video processing power. When you, if you, let's say if I was running a 4090, I would be running on 16 lanes for data. If you run dual cards, you're only running on 8 lanes unless you get into a workstation build. That's getting into a whole different animal. You can run two 16 channel drives, but that's that. So it's the Ventus 3X, fairly reasonably priced card. I'm happy with the purchase, and I think I'm going to be happy with this card. I did, you can go on Benchmark. There's a site called Benchmark, and you can compare different GPUs and CPUs to each other, and they do extensive testing, and you can see the ratings and the results that they give you, and also user data. There's a lot of user response and user data on what they're getting as far as performance out of their gear. I went with a little GPU stand. I have a up here RGB, ARGB. It'll be synced up. It's a support for the graphics card, and then I'll have this little jack one that'll go under it as well. I don't want it sagging. These things have a little bit of weight to them. It's a fairly big card. It is built most of plastic. It doesn't have a metal backing on it, but it seemed like a decent card to me. For cooling, I went with this ROG Strix LC2 360 ARGB radiator cooling system for the CPU. So what I think I'm going to be doing is put this as a top mount in my case with a push-pull. So I'm going to have 3 120 millimeter fans pulling on top with this pushing on the bottom. So it'll be a push-pull venting, and then 3 more of these fans on the side of the case pushing in cooling air with the two, what are they, 220 mil or 210 mil? I'll put the specs in the video. I can't remember it all. I'm old now. You start losing your mind with age. But those are big fans. They run at, I think, 600 RPM. They're slower, but they move a lot of air. You're getting a lot of air in there. And with my additional 3 fans blowing in, I'm going to have more than enough cooling. And with a push-pull on the radiator, this CPU should be nice and cool. I've heard that some of the CPUs come with the cooling thermal compound on them already. I chose to go with my own. I will clean this if it does have it, and I'm not going to just put one big blob and clamp it down with that mount. What I'm going to do is I'll probably put 9 dots around. The compound I have is not conductive. It's non-conductive for electricity, so if it oozes out a little bit, it's not going to hurt anything. So I don't even know what these are. Oh, these are more cords I got. Computer cables. More computer cables. Nope. These are controllers. SC790 deep cool controllers for the ARGB for the fans. I bought 2 of these just in case I run into problems, because I am going to be running 12, actually a total of 3 on the case. So I'll have 3 on the case, 3 on the cooler for the CPU, and then another 6. So 9, 10, 11, 12 fans all in all that I'll be running, that I want synced up. And this has that what is it called again? Aura Sync program, so I should be able to sync and control my ARGB on everything and make it a nice looking case. I do have oh my god, what is the name of them, the brand? A Corsair ARGB RAM. I'm going to be putting in 128 gigabytes of RAM in there. I don't know if that's compatible with the Aura Sync lighting control. If not, I'll just run the IQ from Corsair, and I'll run those 2 programs. Hopefully there won't be any conflict between them, and I'll be able to control the ARGB on both of them. So this is a brand that was recommended to me by a channel. I'll give a shout out to this channel. This guy is into PCs, into components. He knows what he's talking about. This is what a lot of his information has led me down the YouTube rabbit hole and the Google rabbit hole of searching and researching items that I wanted to put in this build and have work well with each other. So these came highly recommended by him. T-Force, T-Force, what are they? Carter. T-Force Carter A440 2 terabyte M.2 NVMe SSD drives. So I will have 4 of these 2 terabyte drives, and then the 2 8 terabyte drives running on the computer. So I should have no problem for space with my programs. What I am doing, I am cloning my drive on my PC now. So I will just put my SSD drive in, and I should be able to fire this up. It should boot right up with my old program. I'm running Windows 10 in a computer I use now. I might stay with Windows 10 until they stop supporting it before I upgrade to Windows 11. So I heard they're still working on some bugs with Windows 11. So I'd rather play it safe and stay with 10. I don't like it. Every update I see from these guys, I see them taking away more control from the user, and I don't like that. These are splitters, 3-into-1 splitters that hopefully will simplify my wiring a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to use those, because that may stop me from being able to do like a wave effect on the fans. I don't want to lose that, where I just have one plug going to all 3 fans, and then I can't individually change the ARGB on those. So these are the meat and potatoes of the build. I went with these fans. I ordered 6 of these. The Chinesium, everything is now. Pano mounts, they're called. Model 12A RGB 3-pack. I got them off of AliExpress. I'll put the link for those. So we'll see if these work with the Aura Sync. Hopefully they do. And I'm going to find out through experience by doing this build whether all of these components work and play well together and don't have any conflicts going on. So hopefully you'll join me with the build. I'm sorry I rambled on so long with this. I should have had a list where I could have read right through it and gave you a rundown of all the components, but I figured I'd hold you hostage for a while. So thank you for tuning in. Hey guys, if you could please give a like, a subscribe, and show YouTube somebody's watching this channel. You know, getting a channel off the ground is not easy. Doing a channel is a lot of work, setting up, just shooting and stuff. It adds so much time to stuff you do. So please have a little patience and have a little appreciation for the people that do make YouTube videos. There is a lot of work involved in it. All right, guys, I'm not a Hollywood producer nor pro, so I'm going to make my mistakes, and there'll be glitches and hiccups here, and this is the way we learn, right? So I'm not going to buy anything that's made already, because the prices they're asking for 'em is ridiculous for what you're getting. Giving them to you with like 16 gigabytes or 32 gigabytes of RAM. What is that? You know, they shortchange you on stuff. Like I bought my previous computer, not the one I'm using right now, but the one before that I built, and it was great. I had it for years, I think over 5 years. Ran fine, no problems. I'll show you the programs that I install on my computers to avoid getting attacked by malware and viruses for prevention. But I highly recommend making a clone of your computer, because I did get attacked once or twice where I had to start my computer over from the clone. So clone your hard drives. I will show you that stuff too in the video. I'll show you one of the clone things I bought, and a program that I'm using right now to clone other things. I'm updating some programs on my computer right now that I want to get done with. I'm using uTorrent for something, and I like to share some of my music and whatnot, but we'll leave that alone. So when I'm done with what I'm doing, I will make a clone and transfer it over to one of these drives, and that'll go in the main drive, that the main hookup that goes directly to the CPU, and that's where I will have my graphics card running. And I may make some program changes even after I get this setup done. I may take some programs off of that drive and have that drive primarily for my Windows and the DaVinci Resolve program, and run my other programs on a different drive if it's going to speed up how things will work. So we'll see. I heard that these drives right here from T-Force are not the absolute fastest drives you will get, but these drives, you can write and read, erase and write to them 8 times more than the average SSDs that are selling on the market there. So consider that, guys, when you're buying stuff. Solid state drives are not like disk drives where you can erase and write infinitely. These things have oh my god, circuits on them that get used up. They can only write and erase so many times, and then they can't function anymore. So these drives rated 8 times longer. So they're a good investment, and they're very reasonably priced. I will put a link for all of this stuff for you guys in the video, and I'm trying to help you out. That's the main reason why I do this channel, is to help people out. I am not driving a Lamborghini, nor am I rich or getting a load of money for YouTube. I am a broke ass sucker that just likes to help people, and this is like a community service for me. And Wendy is the one that carries the load with all of the equipment and stuff. So she doesn't like to be on camera a lot, and that's why I stay on here and run my mouth and beg you people to please support our channel with likes and subscribe. So thank you. Any comments, complaints, concerns, please put them in the comments. I try to write everybody back that I can when I have the time to do so. So we'll be back when I'm ready to build this tomorrow, because the day is way too late to start a build now. It's 20 after 4 in the evening, afternoon, and I'm not going to start a build now, so I've got too much crap to move and put away and everything. So I'm going to restack this stuff, and then tomorrow I will get that case out and start taking it apart, and we'll start doing a build, and I'll start putting components on this motherboard. I'm going to be down without a computer until this is completed and that shelf is installed, and I figure out how to reorganize my area, my little work area, because I have a printer there that no longer can stay where it is. My shelf is going to take up that space. So I got an end table that I think is going out to the garbage. The computer, the printer is going to get moved over, and that shelf's going to go in. And hopefully we'll be happy, and I'll be processing videos a lot quicker. The way it stands now, if I process a 4K video, this will be, what is it, 5.6? Oh my God, I'm so shot. You got to forgive me, guys. That's why I asked for some patience. I'm recording in 5.9K. 5.9K. So it gives me a little room to zoom in without the picture going to crap. So it takes up a lot of processing power to process these videos. So especially if you do super scale in DaVinci Resolve, it really cleans stuff up. Some people won't like it because it makes it too digital. I like to add kind of a film effect. I like to record at 24 frames a second instead of higher speeds, because I like the blur effect with movement. I like it to look more natural and film-like than video-like. So hopefully that is how this will come out, and hopefully you guys will be happy with it. Anybody out there that does this for a profession that can give me advice and suggestions, please do so. I am open to it. I love to learn. I have a passion for photography and videography, and I want to pursue this, and I just am so frustrated that time has gone by so quick, and I'm getting to be an old man now. I will be 60 pretty soon, and time flies. So if you're young out there, guys, try to make decisions what you're going to do with your time and pursue your dreams. Everything is possible in this life. You can get what you want if you want it bad enough, and nothing is beyond your abilities if you're willing to learn, research, study, and make mistakes. If you're not making mistakes, you're not challenging yourself and entering new realms. So I'm not afraid to make mistakes, and I'm not afraid to ask questions. So I love you guys. Stay safe out there, and we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll get on with this build. All right, see you then. I got to show you the puppies. They're tired. We took them for a nice long walk today. Coco is an old timer. She's 15 and a half years old. Our baby, which is way too big and fat, is hiding under the black table on her bed. And there goes the brains of the Operation Liberty on our couch that they have destroyed. But these are 3 rescues. They're wonderful animals. We love animals very, very much. I love nature very, very much. And I bought a DJI Air 2S drone, and that thing has been fantastic for getting out and getting footage. So I'm looking forward to some winter scenery that should look really cool with the drone. It's going to be crap for battery life, but that's why I have 6 batteries. So being prepared. Try to always be prepared, guys. All right, that's it. I'm going to shut up now. You probably stopped watching already. Please stick around. Hang out for the build. It should be interesting.